man. I wish I had something better to game on. What the?
Come with me if you want to game. So while my Austrian accent might not be the best, I do have great news and a chance that I want to give you guys a chance to win $500 for supporting the channel, being good humans all of these years, and just something that is near and dear to my heart. So all you gotta do, made it super easy. Leave a comment down below. Tell me the first game you would play on your new tablet. Tell me a fact about yourself. Tell me anything you want. Be sure there's a way to contact you, either in the comments or when I click on your link on your YouTube page. I can let you know that you won. Give the video a thumbs up. Let this run for 10 days. Open to anyone in the world. All the information you need way down in the description. All right, so we've seen a lot of tablets over the years. And generally, when you think of tablets, you usually think of one tablet from one company that's just dominated the space. Usually, when you have one company dominating the space, that does mean it is really ripe for competition. For a company to come around and try something new, bring a different take to it. It's kind of what this video sponsor, Nova by REDMAGIC, is doing. They are bringing a really compelling hardware and software set and taking a different approach to tablets. So at first glance, this looks like most other tablets out there until you really flip it over. Then you can sort of see that this is very different than sort of things we've seen before in the space. It is a gaming tablet first and foremost. And it's not a new idea. I've kind of seen this idea on a bunch of phones, including REDMAGIC's own device, which I've talked about before on this channel. But what REDMAGIC has done is taken a lot of the philosophy from the phone side and brought it to Nova. And it means you get more space to have a bigger display, more power, better internals, which all leads to a pretty mean device. So if you look at a gaming phone, I think the highlights for a gaming phone is that you can sort of take all your games with you. It's great for Game Pass, for native games, to use a Bluetooth controller with it, but you're limited to the screen size of that phone. I think what you get with the gaming tablet is kind of the vision of what gaming phones always wanted to be, an incredible gaming experience that you can take anywhere you want. And that screen that I'm talking about is a really good looking screen. It is a 10.9 inch, 2.8K display that is tuned specifically for gaming. And I'll talk more about the game because I tried pretty much everything on this. It's in a 16:10 aspect ratio, which I think is probably perfect for playing. It also has a 144 hertz refresh rate and an 840 hertz sampling rate, which means things move incredibly fast. And that refresh rate is something you typically see in desktop monitors. It's something that you get here on the Nova. And equally as important is the sampling rate feels near instant. And if you don't know, this kind of touch sampling rate is sort of how fast the device can detect your finger. The faster it's detected, the faster it responds. So even if you have a super high refresh rate, if the touch rate's slow, it's going to feel laggy. Because this is geared for gaming, REDMAGIC absolutely wanted to eliminate that feeling, and they did. Being able to prop this thing up and play, you feel like you are playing natively. All that display is housed inside lightweight metal design that looks really good. In fact, it's only 530 grams. It's about the weight of a 16-ounce water bottle. Hardware is a hard thing to capture in video, but there are some things when you buy them and you hold them, you know that they feel good. This feels like a premium product. It is one of the best feeling tablets out there. When you sort of turn the thing around, the changes in what REDMAGIC is doing are really obvious. So obviously it wouldn't be a gaming tablet without RGB, but REDMAGIC did not want to just RGB absolutely everything. They wanted it to function. So it has rear active cooling built in to make sure your gaming experience can last for hours on end with no issue. On the back underneath the camera, there's a 2000 RPM turbofan and 9 layers of heat dissipation. Plus there are PC level 3D heat pipes for thermal conduction. And the system results in a 25 degrees Celsius core temperature drop that is not just a spec, that is a real world difference. You're gonna need this cooling because this has pretty insane processing power. So it's rocking the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, a UFS 4.0, and LPDDR5X memory. The processor can run at 3.4 gigahertz and the GPU runs at 1 gigahertz. We're talking about a near PC level performance from a tablet. Also, you can see it on the back, which I just thought looked cool and looked different. You can cover it the case if you want. I really liked that look and I like the feel of that. Obviously, it'll do tablet things too. You don't have to use it for high performance gaming. You could, whatever, watch YouTube or TV on it or take it with you on an airplane. And there are gonna be times when you want to play a console level game on your tablet. So it's really hard to talk about this. I think it's probably better just to like show you these things. All right, so there's like obviously a couple ways that like you can game on this, and every opportunity there's like something that should like mess it up, right? I have a Bluetooth controller, I should have Bluetooth lag. I'm playing Game Pass and streaming the games, there should be a lag there. There's like a million different things that should mess this up, but every game I play feels console level without any lag. I'm like showing the power of a tablet or a console by playing an 8-year-old game, but this is my kid's favorite, Plants vs. Zombies, so we're gonna demonstrate that here. So a couple things are going on here. First, it is running on the tablet at full max resolution. It's also connected to a monitor, which is also running the max resolution of the monitor. In this case here, it's 1080. But both are running at the same time. Usually with something like this, you plug it in and the main display is going to turn off because it doesn't have the GPU or CPU to do it. Not here with the REDMAGIC at all. Both are working and working really well. So I could look at both. If I wanted a secondary display for something, I could do that here. And I'm on Game Pass now. So, and again, not even the tablet through the monitor. I don't know if it's gonna translate, but there is no lag at all. I mean, as I'm sort of pulling the trigger, it is going in real time. Best compliment I can give something like this is you don't notice it and you don't think about it, right? You're not listening to fans going nuts. I'm not worried about crazy load times. I'm not pulling a trigger and then waiting 3 seconds for the firing to actually happen. I can just play. And I can just play on a tablet. I can just play on a monitor. I get some accessories and turn it into a gaming laptop. Any way that I want to play, this will work. I don't have to sort of change how I game to suit the tablet. This will change what it does to suit me, which I think is the purpose of technology. And I think it's awesome to actually have that here and see it. And again, this is a tablet that can do all kinds of regular tablet stuff, right? It's great for Netflix, for watching movies, whatever. But also, when you have time and you want to cut the controller or you want to game right on it, you can do it in one of the best ways possible. This is really good at absolutely everything. And again, if you're looking for a tablet or if you're looking for something to game with, this should probably be where you start and probably where you'll stop too, unless you're already invested in another ecosystem. This is a really compelling product that actually does what it says it's gonna do. All right, so things like Game Pass games obviously work, but I think what was more interesting was native games. Games that are gonna actually sort of use the full power of the Nova. So you've got a bunch of options or things you can do to sort of see what's going on here. So you swipe in, you can see sort of the gigahertz of the CPU, what the GPU is doing. You can control fan, even do game recording here. There's a ton of different sort of granular settings you can get if you want to dig into it. I really like seeing what the processor was doing. So like right now I'm not doing anything, it's at over 2 gigahertz, but if I start moving around, even moving elements on the screen, you can see it start to clock up. But if I play a game like Injustice 2 here, this is something that's not going to use a Bluetooth controller, it's going to only use a touch. I think this is where the sensitivity matters. So it pulls up a menu asking me if I want high or ultra high. When it comes to sensitivity, I always want the most. It's also, I don't know if you guys saw my previous video I did on REDMAGIC, but they got like a whole ecosystem for all of their gaming devices. When I was using the phone, there was a gamepad that went on it. There's even a fan I could attach to the back. There's a lot of accessories that kind of make this sort of even more gaming centric and more useful than just a screen. Talk about things like a mechanical keyboard, gaming mouse, and gamepad, and kind of make this almost like a mini gaming laptop that can sort of play AAA level games. A touchscreen only game like Injustice, this is where the speed matters and the latency matters. So as I'm sitting here as Batman, fighting Deathstroke, or at least trying to fight Deathstroke, you can see how sort of fast things respond as I'm getting my butt kicked here. The response rate is really fast. There's no lag. I gotta get a little better here. But there's no lag. I'm not sort of swiping and waiting for something to happen. This is a sort of really quick, almost kind of one-to-one type motion. As a playing game that relies just on touch sensitivity, something like Injustice 2, this is where you're going to really see, I think, the tablet start to like flex what it can do. With the refresh rate and touch sensitivity, it matters. And sort of milliseconds make a difference between sort of winning and losing. In this case, getting shot in the head by Deathstroke. As I kind of go through and do my swipes and the taps, you can kind of see how quick a lot of the response rates are, where it wouldn't have been on sort of other tablets. I'd have to tap it and then wait. I don't want to flex too much, but I just beat Deathstroke. And I did that because of a really quick response rate. Gaming is like obviously the focus here, but there are still other features that you'd expect to find like in an Android tablet. On the back, you have a very capable 50 megapixel rear camera. So like, this is a tablet. I'm not sure like how important cameras are to you, but if they are, they work great for taking video calls or getting an occasional image when needed. So it's nice that's included. There's also a like, surprisingly immersive audio system with built-in DTS-X ultra immersive audio that's delivered through 4 really good speakers, which is probably perfect when you don't have headphones. You can still game or consume content, but obviously a pair of like really good headphones is gonna be the way to go. Plus you get USB-C, a fingerprint reader, NFC, all this stuff that's like the basis, the barrier to entry for a high-powered tablet. All that stuff is great. When you hear high-powered, usually the first thing I think of is like, battery life is gonna suck. It is not the case here. You have a 10,100 milliamp hour battery, which is massive. And when it does run down, you get 80-watt fast charging, so your downtime is really minimized. Gaming tablets, nothing new here. But usually there's something wrong with all of them. It's the display, it's touch sensitivity, it's connectivity, you have Bluetooth issues, you have cooling issues, it can't run sort of at full speed, you have to try to overclock it to get it to play. All of those issues, check by check, REDMAGIC has solved with the Nova. This isn't just a good tablet for gamers, it's a good tablet for absolutely anybody. And if you are absolutely anybody that happens to like to game, this is something you should absolutely consider if you're in the market for a tablet. You want to take your gaming with you, you're sick of gaming on a phone, the screen is too small for you. REDMAGIC absolutely nailed it with the Nova. If you want to check it out or learn more about it, all the links you need will be down below.